Welcome to the Survival Condo. You're entering a top secret facility. How likely is an all-out nuclear war?
This is a national emergency. If there is a nearby location that has been designated as a fallout shelter, go there now. Do not exit the fallout shelter until the all clear has been given.
What do you mean? 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 Hoodie on me, yeah. And the SIT, yeah. I stay low key, yeah. That thing on me, let's go. But your work OD, yeah. Cause shit ain't free, yeah. Yo freak on me, yeah. She freak on me, let's go. I need my peace, yeah. I keep my peace.
Yes, sir. It's the Bomb Shelter Podcast number 9. I'm with my boy Chris Winston. Hey, tell him what's up, dog.
My name is Chris Winston. I am an artist from Los Angeles, California. Based now in Austin, Texas. Here to take shit over, you feel me? Make sure everybody out here has the exquisite sound that I think everybody should have, you know? So that's what I'm here for.
Big facts, big facts. Hey, I just met you like a couple days ago, and man, I fuck with your energy, man. You be on the fucking grind.
Bro,
you be a producer, rapper, recording, mixing, mastering, engineer, like videographer. Man.
All encompassing, bro. Just like think of what Kanye's doing, and like I'm 28. And that's what I'm doing, trying to, you know what I'm saying, revolutionize just like how people think of music and how it's supposed to, you know, how, you know, just the energy with it. Like it's a vibe I'm trying to get to with it. So
Respect. I fuck with that, man. For real. Hey, you trying to take a shot or something?
I am.
All right. Yeah. Trying to get into it real quick.
Mine's already poured up.
I got you.
On my chest in.
I'll take that Sprite too after we're done. Alright, cheers. 2022.
22. Actually, I gotta kick to it. Yes, sir.
Whew, that shit is no joke.
Kick.
El Himador. Alright.
What does that even mean?
For real though. For real, like what the hell does El Himador mean? I need to look that shit up. Alright, man, you've been fucking with a lot of people out here. Like you've been making your moves, making your connections type shit. Tell me a little bit more about Money Begets Money Records, HRDRV, the label, and tell me something about the homies that you be working with type shit.
All right, so I could say I started making music seriously around like I think 2013.
All right.
When I moved out here just for like a while. In 2016, I started to work with a lot of artists out here, Jay Soldier and a couple other artists. And then I moved back to LA and I started working with an artist named Y2.
Y2
ended up putting me on some of my production on his mixtape series. Ended up with a record with Kid Jones, Jay Soldier, even I think Chip the Ripper was on it too.
Oh shit! All right.
So that was my first, introduction to just the production side of things. I did have a project out around 2016, but I wanted to like kind of focus just on production mainly, and just getting a sound out, whether it be with my vocals or just with beats. I was kind of in a transition period. I didn't really know what I wanted to do for real.
All right, true.
I was young, 22, trying to figure everything out. But
that's real.
Just after that, kind of maintain relationships with people out here specifically. But being in LA, I had to spend some time in Atlanta, and just kind of figuring out exactly where I could focus, a sound at. And Austin really just became, in my mind, just like the perfect place just because, I think, just because people I work with already, like people like Tita, I've worked with him before. So it's just like I feel like I can really not even just build a sound, like help people with their sound, like, or just help build their sounds, I guess I could say, like, what I'm saying? Like, and find my own as I'm, growing as an artist. And,
I fuck with that.
I think, Austin definitely got that platform for that.
That's real.
Sure.
Do you think the influence with LA kind of like influenced your music when you moved to Atlanta too? Like, you think your vibe changed a little bit? I mean, not changed. You still keep the same vibe, but like you got that influence behind you too.
Yeah, and I got influences from everywhere. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, I moved around a lot, especially as a kid. Like moved around from LA to Austin to even New Jersey. I graduated from high school in New Jersey. Type shit. So I got the influences. I think just from those 3 places. So I think like when I make beats or when I rap or whatever, like I just think back to like those places and those influences, the shit I was listening to, around those times, and I think that's the type of stuff that influences me the most. So even with the sound that I have now, I think LA is a basis, but like it's so much more. Like I listen to mad music, bro. I listen to Nirvana, like I listen to only thing I can say I don't listen to is country music.
I feel that,
which I kind of gotta be more open minded, but especially now that I'm getting older. But I think I just never was gravitated toward that. Even being out here, I felt it was kind of like mental torture.
I feel you.
Side note, like my coach out here, like he used to make us listen to country music as we were working out, like type shit. So it would almost be like torture. So I almost associate country music with torture. So I just gotta grow out of that. But
that's fair. That's fair.
I think a lot of music kind of incorporates how I became, what I am in music, like just sound wise, like a lot of stuff, I draw from. So.
Okay. Hell yeah. So how did you end up in Atlanta? Like, how did you move from LA and like land your spot in Atlanta and start working with all the homies out there?
There's a thing that they have out in LA called the rent uppage. They're doing the up in rent people's rent.
Okay.
So it went from like 2,300 to 2,500, and my lease was up, and I said peace out. My roommate is not the most dependable person anymore, so I wanted to separate myself from that situation.
I feel that 100%.
So I am now just when I moved to Atlanta, it was off just me trying to figure out where I really wanted to be for the next 5 years, really. And I thought maybe Atlanta. I had been there before in like 2018, so I thought maybe Atlanta might be it because it's musical down there.
That makes sense though. Like that's the spot right now, for real.
But what I figured out, you have to be established. I feel like you have to have your shit ready to go.
Let me know.
You can't grow how I can grow here. Like I can't literally example. Getting a studio job in Atlanta would not benefit me as much because I don't have a network or connection with people like I have here.
Oh damn, okay.
If I have a studio job here, I'm already hitting people up. I got a studio job. I got an engineer job. Whenever you need this. I don't got that out in Atlanta.
That's real.
For me personally, you feel what I'm saying? So like I think like that's why I had to like literally think about like how can I benefit the most right now in Atlanta. I spent like 6-7 months out there, and I also realized making money from music wasn't based off of location.
Facts.
Because I was getting money from somebody that was sending me money from LA.
Hear that shit.
So I'm like, all right, bet. So I don't need to be somewhere exactly to financially make it happen. I just have to focus and have somewhere energy wise I can really benefit. So
like a home base type shit.
Home base with people that give a shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's why I say, I'm here.
So speaking about like record labels and recording studios, how did you land your job at Next Level Studios out here, man?
I think really it's because of the network I have out here, dealing with Jalen, dealing with Y2 and stuff like that. Sandra knows me through the production I've done, and just I'm pretty sure you probably heard the music I have too.
Shout out Xander, you're a real one.
That's just hearing that and just knowing that people that he knows work with me, I think kind of just helped him refer me to the right people, and we got that, made that happen.
That shit real. That's some universal type shit for real, bro. Like that shit planned out.
That shit, I couldn't draw it out better if I not really could. Like it's God's plan for real.
That's real. Hear that shit. Believe that shit. Tell me a little bit about LA. I ain't never been there, dog.
Never been to LA.
Never, bro. I want to, but it's like when I go out there, I know I'm gonna make an impact. So when I'm ready, I'm gonna go.
So I can say, for the most part, LA is what you think it might be. It's for tourists. If you live there, I'm gonna tell you right now, If you live there more than 5 years, you're gonna see everything as a facade.
Damn. All
The
right.
facade that tourists are going there for, it's LA, it's good to go. Yeah. And then you spend more time there and you see the homeless people that are walking around Santa Monica. Then you see the homeless people that are walking around the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Everybody's let's go to Hollywood for it. But there's homeless people just walking around because those homeless people did not think that LA was as serious as it really is. Like, you can really get lost out there.
Seriously, what?
You stay out there with this wild dream with no plan, you will end up homeless. I was homeless out there.
Dang.
I know for a fact that you can end up homeless because I was homeless out there. I was on Venice Beach for like 3 months until I got the fuck up and said, "This is not what I am." And I got a job. Got the fuck up. So I realized, like, okay, like, maybe it's, I'm young, so maybe that was a reason, because a lot of the homeless people are older, but it's only because they stick with that mentality that I can't do shit. And I will never have that mentality. I have way too much. I know how much I'm worth, so it's like I couldn't stay there. And people in LA that come out there with no exact plan of how much they're worth, how much, what they can do. They just think that something's gonna happen to me just because I come to LA.
Yeah.
You'll lose it.
Damn.
Because you'll take anything from anybody. You don't have a plan. If somebody offer you, oh yeah, you stay with me, I can do this. They just using you for whatever. As soon as they're done, you're back on the streets. Like, I've seen people literally think shit is a game like that. Like, oh, LA is just gonna be it, and that's what. Nah, like, you have to, just like Atlanta, you have to be established. Because I've seen people in Atlanta just kind of just lost, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but a lot of people out there are from there.
Okay,
so
true.
like, they don't ever like leave type shit. So like,
they got their whole thing built since the beginning, right, type shit.
People have never even left Georgia. Like, same thing with like people out in Texas, but I think people are now, especially out here, are starting to branch out. But and people are coming to Austin too, so it's becoming more of a melting pot out here.
What do you think the impact of Austin is? You think Austin is the next LA, or you think that's a little...
No, it's not the next LA.
Okay, let me hear it.
Because of the eclectic factor that I think Austin has. Like, when they say keep Austin weird, they're not bullshitting. Like, Austin weird as hell. Like there's weird people here. Like, but it's not bad. 'Cause I'm weird. That's why I want to be here.
Facts.
Like, as weird as you are, that means you got creative people, you got your innovative people, you got your people that are coming up with these ideas and feel free enough to express those ideas. And I think that's the problem. A lot of places, they don't feel like you can express some shit because you got to work a 9 to 5 or you got to have a corporate job. You can't express your creative side. Now here, it's nothing but creativity out here. Like, this room is creativity. Like,
that's what.
So,
for real.
So I think, out here is just, I hope the energy out here can build more outwards. And, more places can feel more like Austin. I don't want Austin to feel like anything. I don't want that. I don't want to be like, yo, y'all go to LA, now LA feel like Austin. Like, that's what I want.
Damn. Okay.
That would be hard.
That would be tough, for real.
Austin hard. That's why I came back. I'm like, this is definitely somewhere that it's even different than anywhere else in Texas.
Yeah, that's
this is its own like little bubble to me.
Even like Dallas, completely different. Houston, completely different. Like Austin,
San Antonio, probably the only place I could say is kind of close.
All right, true.
Kind of.
They got the party people out there though.
Right, and it's like, I don't know, but it's like a history out there that kind of makes it different.
Okay. All right.
The Alamo, that's crazy.
That's real shit. Hey, tell me a little bit about your album, like Piece 4, like the first one and then the Deluxe. Like, tell me a little bit about both.
So that was marketing. That was a marketing strategy I tried.
Take notes, motherfuckers.
Piece 4 was originally just an EP with 6 songs, but I always knew I had 6 more songs that I could drop. So I was like, I can do this. But I'm gonna do this Piece 4 first. See how everybody gravitates towards these 6 songs or whatever. And I'm gonna say, like, if it gets like 10,000 streams on Spotify, cause I don't know about Apple Music. I don't have Apple Music for artists. So I don't know what that's doing. But Spotify, I have that. So I'm like, bet. If I see that goes 10,000 streams, I'm dropping this Deluxe. Cause that means people give a shit. If y'all give a shit, I'll put that shit out.
Exactly.
And like, dead ass, like, that shit went dumb. Like, shit like 10, 20K. Like, I think right now it has 40K.
What the fuck?
So I was like, bet. Like, I'm gonna do that. So
yeah.
I dropped that shit as a deluxe like April 4th. Actually, now it's 40K. At first, it was just 10K with the EP with 6 songs. Then when I put the deluxe out, now it's at like 40, 50K.
Fuck.
Streams. Like, people are streaming this shit. Like, and it's on playlists and shit. Like, and it's playlists. A lot of playlists are out here in Texas.
All right.
Like in Dallas, and I think one out here. So I had to like realize that like maybe my market could be Texas. Like,
Facts.
at least to start, Texas is goddamn its own country. Like, like
You ain't lying.
just do a little Texas tour out here. Like, you know,
Hey.
people gonna hear about you. So
Hey, we speak that shit into existence. Hear that shit
I and
up.
I.
So how long did it take for you to make that? The piece, the first one, and then the deluxe.
So I'm what they call a catalog artist. So
All right.
a lot of those songs were not recorded this year. Actually, none of those songs were recorded this year. I started recording, I can say 2020? Yes. Okay. The bottom of 2020, I started recording just songs. Like, I didn't have what I was doing with these songs.
Yeah.
That's when I just released This Can't Be the Bottom, which is my second album. Go check it out. It's still hard. And Vision from the Backseat dropped 2016. That's just still hard too.
Yes, sir. Get it.
But yeah, so I just started recording songs and just random like recording sessions. Like I would have. So I just have songs, put in my hard drive, and just have them put to the side.
Respect.
And I've always had a series of mixtapes called, like, not mixtapes, EPs called the Peace series. Like, Peace is an acronym for Positive Energy Activates Constant Elevation.
Say that again.
Positive energy activates constant elevation.
That shit hard.
Yeah. So
What the fuck?
I went ahead, made that a whole EP series. That started 2017. I think I stopped in 2018. Yeah.
Okay.
Stopped it in 2018. Said I was done with it because I was gonna work on This Can't Be the Bottom, which I did. That's out. That was done. So I was like, damn, what's next? So I was like, Piece 4 would be hard because I could be like, piece for me, piece for you, like that whole like marketing type scheme.
Ooh.
For merch. Like I was like, I bet. So I do have that. It's out. That merch is out. It's on the my Money Begets Money Records Instagram page in the bio.
Yeah, you can check the link in the description too.
Yo. Put it like right there. So,
Yes, sir.
but yeah, so that was the idea. I was like, all right, so I'm gonna do the EP. So the deluxe was never really an idea for real first. Like I kind of like I had the songs. I was like, all right, these are the songs that I want, and it was like 12 at first. But I was like, I'm just gonna cut it and make it 6. 'Cause I don't want to. All the EPs in the series have 6 songs.
Okay.
No reason behind it.
All right. Just how it happened.
I just had it like that, but then also, like I said, I had those other 6 songs just kind of in the tuck. Like I can drop those at any point. I thought I was gonna do singles, and then like for 2021, I was supposed to put the EP out, but I had so much other shit going on. I just ended up just putting out hella singles that whole year.
Oh
Put out
shit.
like 4 singles that year, just to test the waters to see like what people were listening to, like what kind of sound people like from me, I guess. Like
Mm-hmm.
you know, nothing concrete, just kind of like what y'all fucking with. And they kind of went crazy, not too like I'm not like, you know, big yet, so I guess they didn't go too crazy, but they did. I got feedback from people that, you know, normally I wouldn't get feedback from. So I was like, all right, bet. Like this is something that, like one of the singles is from Hollywood Cole. It's called Refresh. I don't know if you know who Hollywood Cole is.
I'm a Hollywood Cole.
Yeah, like he low key, like after I bought the beat, which I bought the beat for like $150. Now he's talking about some $1,000 type shit.
What?
Because
Oh,
right after
fuck.
I got the beat from him, he got a Drake and Lil Wayne placement. I forgot what that song is called, but right after that he got that. Then he got like 3 songs off Isaiah Rashad album. Then he just start going crazy. Then he's getting placements everywhere. So
God
I say
damn.
that to say like that was something like, you know, even he heard the song I did, Refresh. He was like, that was hard. So I'm like, that song. He's still cool with me. Like he's still, you know, I message him from time to time or whatever. And that was actually a recent one because I asked him what his ticket is, And he told me, yeah, it's 1,000 now. I'm like, oh, okay.
Prices
I ain't
went
mad
up.
at you, nigga.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
it's your money, but you gonna have to wait. I got an album budget, dog. Like,
Yeah, real shit.
yeah, I'm trying to make it.
Respect
but,
to that motherfucker though. Like,
yeah,
when
Hollywood
prices
Cole.
go up,
Salute to you. You know, Childish Major, that's my boy too. They got songs together. That's how I even like really heard about Hollywood Cole for real, was through Childish Major. So that he's dope.
Hell yeah.
Hella dope.
So what kind of artists you trying to work with? Like what do you see is gonna happen in the next 5 years? Like,
you brought up Hard Drive, and I just want to bring them up real quick. Hard Drive is like a community-based record label by Mickey Shiloh, which I met her through Y2, and that group is what I'm kind of working with too. Just in general, because there's a lot of artists that'll bubble out of that camp. I feel like just because Mickey Shiloh is just a good networker.
Shout out Mickey Shiloh.
Yeah, Mickey Shiloh. She's fucking 30 under 30 on Forbes. Chill. She about that. So
making it happen.
That is something I'm working with. I do really want to work with Dreamville. That's like a big thing. I already met Boss a couple times.
Oh, all right.
I've definitely I felt a vibe. Every time I hear their music and shit, I feel like I can definitely just fit my way in there. Especially when I seen them do that lock-in they did a couple years ago with the whole Dreamville camp for the Dreamville album.
Bro, there was so many artists there, bro.
I was so hurt that I didn't get an invitation. I knew I wasn't getting an invitation. I knew in my heart that I wasn't getting an invitation, but I still wanted one. So I was like, yeah. I feel it now that I know what I want. Like I see myself there. I almost manifested meeting these dudes.
Oh shit!
I feel like I did. Like just being around them multiple times. Like it's gonna make sense later. Like I know it is.
That's
like,
real.
It has to. You don't meet Boss 3 times and just
shit.
I dap Jid, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like you're gonna see me again. Like I remember like your face, at least facial, like we're human.
Exactly.
So that's gonna definitely, be a thing. I definitely wanna try to get with it's slipped my mind now.
You good?
Not Dreamville, because I said Dreamville. It is it's gonna come to me. Childish Gambino is somebody I definitely wanna work with.
All right. He's a real one for real.
Everybody keeps saying I look like him. I don't see it.
Okay.
That's just because he's on the music level, and he's on the TV show level, and he's on this overall, just like the visual level, and he's also on the comedy side. Like side note, I definitely want to get on the stand-up comedy tip at some point.
Oh shit! All right.
Ironically, stand-up comedy tip like T.I. Like I'm gonna be funnier than that guy. Like T.I. not that funny. Like he funny, but not stand-up comedy funny. I could be stand-up comedy. But anyway, definitely Childish Gambino. Who else? Sucks. I had it in my brain, but I think that's why I came out here, because I think a lot of artists out here, like Tita, Taylor Legacy. Who else? Like there's a lot of artists out here that are bubbling. That I feel like if I just start working with them, like we can just. Like just the Austin sound in general will take over. Like Quentin FN, that's who I really started to notice was bubbling. I'm like, he's doing it for Austin because he's young, I feel like. But there's so many more established artists that if they just had that same platform. Like Kid Jones has a song with Quentin FN right now. Like he just now has a song with Quentin FN.
Oh shit!
So it's like he's even seeing it. Like, all right, that's the voice of Austin right now, just on the younger side. But he know too, like. People are just waiting for that chance to get that, that shine out here. So all it takes is a team effort, like a whole city coming together. Like that's all that really happens for real. Like I've noticed, like the East Coast coming together somehow. It's different boroughs, New York coming together, and making it happen. At least for one, a couple artists, to get their music heard. That's it for real. Like,
that's real shit.
A lot of these artists out here are talented as shit. Like, all you need is just that spotlight for real. So
promotion is huge for real, man.
For real.
Man, like being an engineer working at Next Level Studios too. Next Level Studios is the hub for hip hop in Austin. So tap into that shit, and like now you can record with my dog Chris, audio engineer, recording, mixing, mastering. Like we got Newman's mic, auto tune.
12-hour lock-ins if y'all want to.
Like we do that shit.
If you want to get your music done, we can can do. I mix and master all that shit. I mix and master my own shit, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if I want to make sure my shit gonna sound good, your shit gonna sound good too.
Exactly. That's a real motherfucker right there. How long have you been like mixing and mastering and stuff? Like,
so I actually had an internship when I was in high school at a studio because my mom was like adamant about it. Like she was like, first I found the studio because I was gonna record there, and she was like, nah, like if you gonna record there, you gonna like learn some shit too. So so she hit up the engineers like, yeah, can you like do like an internship type situation for him?
hey, that's
he's still in
solid.
high school. Like you're not just gonna have my son in the studio record without him learning something. So I ended up learning how to engineer, not just mix and master, but the art of engineering an artist is something that is not, I don't think, understood. Like, yeah, people understand the mix and master person, but like the person that's hitting record and sitting there with you the whole 7, 8 out, 10, whatever the hell hours you in there, bro, get that man flowers because
facts. Hear this man.
That dude that's sitting behind that screen, y'all think is a robot, and that's not. That's a whole human being with feelings, emotions, and biological and needs. like so
real, bro.
Understand, like that is a job for real. So the respect that I have for engineers is as deep as I'm an engineer. Like I engineer myself. I've engineered other people. I've sat when I was 17 years old, just learning how to engineer people, good or bad. Like, I've had to learn that. There's going to be times when you're just recording, and it's like, this is shit.
Exactly.
Like, and I remember the engineer guy that was doing the internship with me, he always tell me, like, it's crazy how, like, these artists will come in and do shit, but they'll be like, but make it sound good. But you always got to, like, you can do whatever you want to it, but you can't put sugar on shit.
Exactly.
You just cannot. Like it's gonna be shit regardless. So you can, and it's crazy because once I figure that out as an in-house studio engineer, like any in-house studio engineer, you're gonna basically just, your job is, let me just make a mix that they can go home with and bump in the car.
Exactly.
You don't have to make it sound spectacular, especially if it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't, don't worry yourself.
Stay on some fried shit.
I've learned the art of, let me make that shit sound crispy, clean, sparkly, so they can go on Uber home and bump that shit and forget about that bullshit, because that shit ain't good. They know it's not good. They drunk or off a perk or whatever. They're not worried about that song. Like, they just want it to sound good when they're going home. So, but in the other sense though, when you do get that, good song, you do spend the extra time on it. You get that excitement, like, oh, this shit hard. Let me spend this extra time. Like, the artist is like, damn, I gotta go. You still mixing? Like, damn, I'll send it to you. Like, don't worry about it. Like, so that's the excitement I do have as a engineer, just because I do it for myself. So regardless, that's the basis of it. It's something I do for myself. I can offer that service just because, even cooking. Like literally cooking food, I take that approach. Like, I've learned to cook. My mom told me, like, don't rely on a woman or don't rely on anybody to cook for you.
Exactly.
I take that approach now with music. Like, don't rely on nobody to engineer your music. They could suck.
Exactly.
They don't even, I've had sucky engineers that, barely could do the record process. So, like, nah. I do it now, so now I know how easy it can really be if you put that type of focus into it. I don't got the type of patience no more. So.
Nope.
Especially if I do it myself.
Exactly.
I tell a dude to get up. I'm like, yeah, just get up, go home. Like, I with a mic in here, like, I can do this shit myself.
I'm taking over the studio, boy.
You make it seem like I'm inconveniencing you. Like, I'm not here for that. But
I just know I can do it better, and I'm paying for this shit. So
like, what? Especially if I'm paying for it.
Yeah, fuck that.
Nope.
So let me talk about some of your music real quick. So this year you dropped Head Top Freestyle. I want to talk to you about that one a little bit. You dropped Antifreeze, you dropped Slide, and you dropped that piece for Deluxe. Tell me a little bit about Head Top, the freestyle.
So that came out in January.
All right.
Then that came out literally the first week of January.
I bet.
And so it was like
fresh 2022. Right. I got it.
That was like me putting the stamp on, like, I'm coming for Head Top. It's like, it's not a game this year. And I think that was like how I wanted to start the year. So it had no hook on it. It was just straight through. It was like, and I recorded that shit in like 2019.
Hell yeah.
The thing about it was, though, a lot of the songs that even I did Piece 4, I redid beats on because I didn't want to buy the beats because I didn't have either have contact with the producers no more, or I ain't like the beat that much. So I was like, I could just redo these beats because all I gotta do is get the key signature and the BPM and find a sample and make the beat. Like, it's very easy. So did that for Head Top Freestyle. Beat sound way harder than the one that was originally was. Right. And I did it, so now I ain't gotta worry about paying nobody. I just put it out. I've always been like that anyway, but especially when it comes to like albums, because I don't even consider this Piece 4 Deluxe an album. Like it's more or less like a mixtape to me, because it's like, if anything, like it's just an extended version of the EP. But I didn't put the album mindset like I did with Vision from the Backseat or This Can't Be the Bottom. Like those in themselves have an album type of correlation with it. So this next one is gonna be, I don't know, it's gonna be very it's conceptualized as hell. Like it's gonna have a lot of deep things about me in it that I don't think like I've ever like really expounded on till now, especially because I'm getting older. So it's gonna be just me really just letting it, you know, be. But it's gonna be on some like more vibey shit. You're gonna be able to like listen to it like, musically.
So it's gonna be, you could think too when you're listening to it.
Yeah,
and you
like
can
it's not just gonna
jump.
be surface level in any way. Like,
so the next projects you want to work on, what's the timeline that you want to release it? Like, well, when can people start expecting to see like promo for it? And then
promo started now.
All right,
that's what I mean.
now.
You gotta be in tune. Like it's definitely that promo started now, especially me being here. I'm gonna be doing a lot of just more visual content. I still gotta shoot a lot of videos for this Piece 4 project. It's only been out a month.
Damn.
Month some change. So still got some time to shoot some shit for it. That's why I did the Deluxe, because I'm like, that gives me more time to shoot stuff that even I put out earlier this year. Because I can now, take more time now to visually focus on it, because all the music is out.
Yep.
So I'll probably shoot like 3 videos for that whole project while I'm working on this next one, and then probably the next one come out next year. And I'll probably shoot some visuals prior to release, just because I don't want to have the same problem I did with this Piece 4 project, having to shoot afterwards. But
I feel you.
It's fine though. I mean, who really gives a shit when the visuals come out? It's like, as long as they get out.
I feel you.
So I feel like I have more time to work on that anyway, visuals, while I'm working on music. So I'm not pressed for music now, because I got music out. So it's like, now I can do visuals and music at the same time.
It's a lot of work though.
That's what I asked for. This is what being an artist is. Like,
he loves that shit.
Work. Either you do this or you go to a 9 to 5, but you don't work.
Fuck that 9 to 5. Fuck that shit. Alright, tell them a closing statement, and like, tell them where they can record with you at. Tell them where they can find you on Instagram, YouTube. I know you be doing vlogs and shit.
Word. So yeah. So first, Next Level Studios off Cameron Road. I don't know the exact address off the top of my head. We'll drop that down there. But definitely check them out. Check their website out. I think they have a website. They have a Facebook. But that's how you book. But if you want to book with me, just hit me up. I do good rates. I think pretty reasonable. Just hit me up, see what we can do. But yeah, I'm out here doing engineering, producing, tandem. You need beats, you need studio engineering. Same time. I'm definitely somebody to go to. On Instagram, I am Chris Winston. On Twitter, it's the Chris Winston, because there's this weird dude who has my Chris Winston name that won't give it to me. Won't even answer my DMs.
Man, fuck that guy.
Shout out to that guy. Tell him to give me my fucking Twitter name. I need that.
We need that shot.
What else? Follow Money Begets Money Records on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Also on Twitter, I believe. We haven't really expanded other artists at this point. I've tried, but it just hasn't worked out at this point. So I am still the one and only artist on there. But I am looking to expand, especially producer-wise. If you are a producer, I definitely want to, expand the producer crew. So that's something as well. Just reach out to me if that's something that you're interested in. But yeah, that's me.
Hell yeah.
I'm out here to inspire, and money begets money all day.
Said money begets money. Hear that shit. I appreciate you coming out here, bro. For real.
Thanks for having me.
This shit legendary.
Yes, man.
We making history.
Yes, sir. Bomb shelter.
We letting them know. Bomb Shelter Podcast number 9. I'm with my dog, Chris Winston. It's your boy, HAZMVT. Tune in. We got more podcasts. Check it out. Book a session with my boy. Get some beats from my boy. He do verses, too.
Oh, yeah. Follow C. Winston Beats on Instagram, too. The whole Instagram, just with beats on it.
Get that shit.
I'm starting to upload a little bit more on there, too.
Hey, I'm going to get a beat from this motherfucker. We about to make some shit. Tune in.
And I'm a rap on it, too.
Yeah, buddy. Let's get it. Austin, Texas, Bomb Shelter Podcast 9. Chris Winston. Peace.
What do you mean? Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Hoodie on me, yeah. And the SIT, yeah. I stay low key, yeah. That thing on me, huh? Let's go. But your work OD, yeah. Cause shit ain't free, yeah. Yo freak on me, yeah. She freak on me. Let's go. I need my piece, yeah. I need my piece.
200K word, but nah, 300K for me just to make something happen. Yeah, I need that.